The whip-around inspections and maintenance program will reduce potential problems with the vac system. However, occasionally you may experience problems with it and need to troubleshoot the system. Ensure the PTO and vac pump handle are both in the on positions and you hear the vac pump running. If it is not running, you may have a hydraulic motor problem or the Lovejoy connector is separated.
We're going to troubleshoot the vac system on our truck. There's several causes that could indicate why the vac system is not working properly. It's probably the most frequent question we get on our support at redboxplus.com support line is, how do I troubleshoot my vac system? So we've got the truck running. We're going to turn the vac system on and go through some of the things. To turn it on, obviously you pull the lever. You can hear it running. I'm going to leave that off to cut the noise for now. Let's assume your vac system is not sucking. First thing you want to check is your waste tank. Most often it's because your waste tank is full, therefore it's not going to have any vacuum. And what happens on the waste tank, there's a racquetball, a float. Once it gets so full, it stops the air, so you have no vacuum. Simplest fix, the first thing you should do is empty your egg tank, your waste tank, into your egg tank. Secondly, once that is happened, you come back, it's still not working, so you start checking some things. You may have a loss of vacuum. Check the petcocks on the bottom of each of these filters. Also, when it's engaged and turned on, you should see this under the shroud. There's what they call a Lovejoy connector. It looks like this. It's under here. If that comes apart, the motor will spin, but the pump will not. So you'll have to take the shroud off, open these screws, turn them loose, and then push it back together, tighten up the screws, make sure it's together. That way it will engage this. If that doesn't work, this waste overflow tank has a hose on the bottom. Run a wire up the hose to ensure that it is not plugged, because if this gets full, your vac system will not work either. Also, on the side of your vac system is your oil level indicator. That should be halfway, halfway to 3/4. You fill it right here. So make sure there's oil in the system. Okay? What happens when the vac system is running, there are vanes in the cylinder. When this spins, these vanes, they come out creating suction. If you're not maintaining this properly, these vanes will get clogged and they won't come out and you will not have suction. So that's important to follow your whip around quarterly maintenance and flush this tank. When you flush the tank, you simply take this white hose off, disconnect it here, you run the tank, you put this hose into a cup of diesel fuel, and you suck the diesel fuel through the system, which will clean out the vanes and all of that and keep it lubricated and clean so that it works properly. Those are all the primary steps to troubleshoot your vac system. Another possibility could be your hose could be plugged. I'll go around and show you what to do there. If you're turning your lever on, you're not getting suction. You've already cleared your tank. You've done your troubleshooting. You can do is take your hose off of the tank here and get your hand close to see if there's suction. If there is suction from the tank, that means your hose or your wand are probably plugged. And you would have to run a snake through your hose to clear it. Because if you have suction here at the top of your tank, everything else is working properly. Then the problem is within your hose or your wand. So those are all the steps. Additionally, there is a breather, a pressure release valve on top of your tank. Sometimes they go bad, but not very often. You can replace that as well and try to see if that's the problem. And that covers all your troubleshooting steps for your vac system for load, sucking, vacuuming. Now, if you're trying to unload your waste tank into your egg tank and it's not pushing, remember you push your lever in on the vac pump to create force to blow it out of your tank into your egg tank. If that's not happening, you've got your egg tank hooked up here, you've got your valve open, of course the cover's off, and you got your, it could be plugged down here on the elbow or on the inside. The newer systems have a clean out door where you can open up. If we remove the hose, you can actually open this door and look in there and use a grabber, like a 3-foot grabber, to pull any t-shirts or debris out of the way so that it would flow. So that's how you would check your tank. And that completes troubleshooting your vac system. If you've done all the troubleshooting on your own that we've outlined here and it's still not working, send an email to support@redboxplus.com and we will help you troubleshoot. In your email, put your hoist number and a description of the problem and some video or pictures if you have it. Again, send it to support@redboxplus.com.